Alright, so we're back again with this three-way mirror, which is very, very helpful for parting the back of my head, which I obviously cannot see. And if you struggle with parting your hair like I do, I highly suggest you buy this mirror. And when I do box parts, I always start at the back. It's mostly just habit, but also I think it just makes the most sense. But do whatever you want. I was trying to use that glue stick looking thing to help me part cleaner, but the consistency was kind of weird, so it didn't really help, and I just ended up using the regular gel that comes in a jar. And usually I just part my hair into two in the back row, and then I part each half into two again, so that ends up giving me 4 rows in total. No matter how big or small my braids are, for some reason I always just do 4 in the back, and then I like to twist it up just to get it out the way. And I also couldn't find the clips that I usually use. And then I'm going to start off with red. And then I added black because, I don't know, I just didn't want it to look too red. Even, I don't make any sense. Just know I added just a tiny bit of black. I guess to kind of blend with my hair. But I don't do that all throughout my head. I just did it in the back. But I just realized like it was unnecessary. I added some gel here, but I was very inconsistent with how much gel I added in each braid. So do that if you want, but I don't really care to do that. And if you can't tell, I fold the braiding hair in half, and then I use my hair as the third leg of the braid. And then when I get to the end of my hair, I separate the braiding hair into 3. Now moving on to the second row of my hair, and I'm doing the same exact thing I did in the first row. I'm using gel to help make the parts cleaner, and these are medium-sized braids, by the way, so I'm doing medium-sized rows. And let me just say this, I'm not focusing on making my parts hella clean. Like, I'm not too worried about that, but I make them as clean as I can. I refuse to stress about clean parts nowadays. I just can't. I don't have the energy. When I do box parts, I like to do the staggering or brick layering method, which basically just means that I align my parts on top of the boxes below them. So look at this. This is a brick design. You see how I'm gonna call the slits in the brick a part. That acts as a part. Then there's a brick on top of that part. I hope you get what I'm saying. But basically all that does is it makes my braids look fuller. When you do this, it doesn't look like there's any gaps. And yes, there might be some parts of your hair where the spacing is inconsistent, but don't worry too much about that. It's not that serious. Sometimes when I do box parts, the area around my edges is uneven from the rest of my hair. You're gonna kind of see it when I turn to the side. But this is why I suggest pre-planning your parts before you even put braiding hair in, because that way if you make a mistake, you don't have to take out a whole braid to fix it. You get what I'm saying? So pre-plan your parts. I was kind of lazy, even though it would have made life easier for me. So this is the next morning or afternoon. Probably wasn't the morning. I find that this area of my head is the hardest to part, or one of the hardest places to part, because it has to go from one side of your temple to the other. And you have to make sure that it's straight all the way through. And I always have to go back and fix it. And it's annoying. But once again, when it comes to parting, I just do the best I can. Alright, so I think you already get how the braiding part went. Now we're going to move on to the beads. And I bought black and white beads from the beauty supply store. And thankfully they came with beaders, so I didn't have to use a crochet latch. And then I had clear beads at home. So basically I did black, clear, and white per braid. This was a Monday, and the Sunday night before, I didn't get a chance to bead my hair, so I had to just soak my hair in hot water and wear it to school like that, and then I came home and beaded it. I'm gonna use the rubber band to secure the beads at the end. And then, I'm just putting the beads in the beater in whichever order I want it to be in, and I'm also being very, very reckless, which caused this to happen. So yeah, be really careful, especially if you have one of those smaller, cheaper beaters. They break very easily. But to bead your hair, you're just gonna stick your braid into the hole of the beater and then just pull the beads upward until the beads are in your braid. Very, very easy. And then once you push the beads up to your desired length, you're just gonna secure the last bead at the very bottom with the rubber band. So make sure you fold the end of your braid over the bead. after 4 days, because I was procrastinating so much, this is the finished result and it looks so good. It has sort of a triangular shape because when I was beating the hair, I was more focused on how it would look if I pushed all of it forward. At first, I was annoyed with the length because I wanted it to be a little bit longer, but it grew on me and it looks really freaking good. Anyway, thank you so much for watching all the way up to this point. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to check out the rest of the videos on my channel. If you like those, you're always welcome to subscribe, and I will see you later.